just did a last vlog, starting the new one right away. We are about to head out for the day. We're gonna go grab some food, probably from Pret, and go have a little picnic in Hyde Park, and then go to the British Museum for the day, and then kind of see where the evening takes us. We talked about walking down around the Eye and going on the London Eye this evening. It might rain, so I don't know if that'll change our plans or not, but very museum-oriented day, so looking forward to that. I've never been to the British Museum before. Matt's been, so it'll be fun for me to see some new things, and I mean, that museum's huge. I'm sure he'll find plenty of new stuff, but yeah, gonna go get the day started. But welcome to the new vlog. We're really gonna do the last few days in London, so see you soon. Hello, bit of a jump cut. It's now Friday, our last day here, and yeah, so I'll catch you back up on kind of where I left off with things on Thursday. So a bit of a slow morning, and then we went to Hyde Park, grabbed Pret on the way, and then had a picnic kind of at like the tip of the Serpentine, where yeah, we just sat there, watched the birds, had a nice little breakfast, and then went through the park kind of along the Serpentine, and then headed up and caught the metro, and then headed to the British Museum, and we spent a few hours there and then grabbed something to eat, and then we were going our separate ways because Matt and I like to do museums a little differently from one another, and I wanted to read, he wanted to just kind of go through quickly, and then about like 45 minutes after we parted ways, I just started feeling like really sick, like dizzy, nauseous, just like not good. And so I went and sat outside. He finished up and then came and met me, and then we ended up, I don't know, sat there for like 20 or so minutes, and then we headed home. Took like a nice like slow stroll, because I think if I like went on the metro, I genuinely just would have just like yacked it, I mean, for lack of a better word. And then yeah, Matt said he wasn't feeling very well either. We got back here, I kind of like rebounded, and then Matt started feeling worse, and so just kind of like laid around for a little bit. I ended up going up the street to Cote Patisserie. It's like a French restaurant. If you're gluten-free and visit London, they have a lot of locations. I highly recommend going because everything, first off, their menu is very expansive for gluten-free. I had French onion soup for the first time. It was great. But everything that comes out has like little gluten-free flag on it, and yeah, I mean, it was all really good. I had French onion soup, I did steak frites, and then I had like a tomato, balsamic, and basil shallot like side salad thing. That was really good, like a French lemonade to go with it. So I had a nice little meal, and then came back here, and Matt still wasn't feeling very well. And yeah, just kind of had an easy evening. I was going to edit some, but I just kind of ended up just like organizing all my video files. I think I'm like overwhelmed with like the amount of content I have to go through to make the videos. Like filming is easy, but I think like the editing is like overwhelming me at the moment. I think for my second video, there were 153 videos I uploaded from my phone, because I've been doing the sit down videos here on my camera, but then like when I'm out and about, just like filming quickly on my phone. And yeah, a little overwhelmed. I need to crack on editing, but it is what it is. I slept in pretty late and then had a slow morning, you know, watching my Love Island, just kind of easy going, playing on my phone a little bit, and then just finished getting ready. I'm gonna go up the street to Brown's. I think Matt's feeling better now, so he's gonna come join me for lunch. And then I was just gonna like walk around our neighborhood a little bit. There's like a little side street that I saw that I was interested in. There's a couple like old bookstores and like some print shops I wanted to go pop into. And then after that, I think I'm gonna walk down to what they call the mall, which is funny because we have the mall in DC, obviously, but their mall is like along. I was gonna walk along that, so go by St. James Palace, go up to Buckingham Palace, and then do St. James Park, and then just kind of, we'll see where the evening takes us. I don't know if we're gonna go out to dinner. That'd be cool. I would like to go up on the London Eye this evening, but I should look into tickets for that. It's a Friday night, so I don't know, but yeah, just kind of really chill last day. I think we're just both exhausted. I mean, we've been going for 10 straight days now, so tired. And yeah, I think it's sad. It's like I don't want to leave because there's just still so much I want to do. I'm really enjoying being here. At the same time though, like I'm tired of eating out. We got an Airbnb with a kitchen, but because of the heat wave, like on the days we would have cooked here, it was too hot to cook here. So like I'm ready for like just a home cooked meal and like not having to go out all the time and rely on food out. But yeah, just really enjoyed our time. Just gonna have a chill last day and mixed emotions about leaving, but gonna go head out now, and I'll check in with y'all later. Thought I'd do a quick check-in before we headed off to the airport for our flight home. Yesterday was a really nice afternoon, had some dinner, or lunch, and then walked around here, went to a couple bookshops. There's like this really old, a couple of old bookstores just like with a bunch of random old books. I was flipping through some and I picked up one from 1807, which is just insane to pick up a 200-year-old book just randomly. And then I went to a print shop, and then came back here quickly, checked on Matt. He still wasn't feeling up to snuff. So then I headed out and did the mall walk, got some tea along the way. So I saw Buckingham, St. James Palace, Horse Guard Parade, just a whole bunch of stuff. It was just really, weather was really nice afternoon. St. James Park is like one of my favorite places in London, and my favorite view of London as well. So it was kind of a nice, like, easy, just enjoying being here last day. And then came back and we went out to this place. We went to Cote again for dinner and had a really nice meal. Had smoked salmon, mussel frites, and then a chocolate mousse to top it all off. And then right at the end of dinner, my stomach got upset, so my evening was kind of a bit wiped out from there. I was planning on packing last night, but ended up just having to wake up early this morning and pack, and all packed up, just having a little quick breakfast, and then we are headed out of here. Crazy to think. On our way I'll give y'all a quick room tour because I realized I never did that, but otherwise we're headed home. Entry door is here, and then we had this closet space, which was really nice. Obviously went double wide. And then here's the main living area. There's the little tower fan that saved our lives. And then over here is the bed. Little dining area. Had my laptop set up there to work on the vlogs. Here's the kitchen. It's like a nice full kitchen. There's the fridge. Washer dryer's there. We had a washing machine in there. But yeah, it was nice. Big kitchen inside. We didn't really get to use it. And then we had a nice size bathroom. But yeah, this was our little home for the last 10 days. But we're out of here. Bye. Well, hey y'all. It's actually been about a week and a half since I last talked to y'all, and since we got back to the US. Unfortunately, I came down with COVID, like right upon arrival, basically. My throat felt really sore, like most of the flight back, and then that night it was like so swollen and raw. I like woke up in the middle of the night like barely able to breathe. Like we almost went to the ER, thankfully like sucking on some ice cubes, like brought the swelling down. I was able to like breathe again. But yeah, went to urgent care the next day, tested negative for everything, and then the next day finally tested positive for COVID. So, you know, third time lucky, I guess. But yeah, so been a bit of a rough trip with COVID this go around, but feeling much better now, back to normal. But wanted to just hop on here and, COVID aside, just like hop on here and kind of update you on our trip back, and then also just kind of like overall thoughts of the trip. So flying back, we actually flew through Reykjavik, which was really, really cool. Obviously never been to Iceland, so it was really like beautiful to see that coming in. But I think honestly one of the most stunning views I've ever had on an airplane was when we like flew over the tip of Iceland. It was gorgeous. I'm gonna insert clips that I took from the plane, but like honestly just some of the most stunning landscape I've ever seen outside of like my plane window. Just between like the rocks and the crags and the glacier, and I thought it was really cool how you like have all these like breaks in the glacier, and then all of a sudden it just like flattens out and it's just so flat, and it's just like the ice compact. It was just really cool. I thought it was beautiful. Such a surreal experience to fly over that. But when we were in Reykjavik, we it was funny when we landed, we were like, we were worried because we were like an hour plus delayed in London. So we only had an hour and a half like layover, so we were a bit worried about our plane. But then when we landed, we saw it was delayed 45 minutes. And then it turns out we were on the same plane. We literally sat on the same plane in the same seats from London to Iceland to DC. So I was just like joking. I was like, I wish we could have just left our things in the seat just to save us lugging it around. But quick layover, grabbed some food. I actually ended up having like a really nice meal. I was kind of worried about eating there, but I got some smoked salmon. I had like some of like my leftover rolls that I had been eating on that week, and I did that with like, they had like a little charcuterie. It had like I think it was like chorizo, some grapes, dates, and like honey. It was actually like quite a good little picnic meal to like get me through till we got home. And then getting into DC, we had a bit of an adventure. Someone took my luggage. Yeah. We like went to go grab, they had like pulled all the bags off the like carousel, and we went to go grab our bags, and there was Matt's checked bag. We ended up having to check my carry-on, so there's my carry-on that we checked. And then I couldn't find my large checked bag, and I saw another Monos bag that was also navy, but it was a medium. It was mat size. It wasn't my like large, and my large was like overweight large, heavy. And we were like, it's not a good sign. And then we waited, we like filed a thing, and by the time all that passed, that was the only bag left. So like I had been trying to contact the person, but it was like clearly her business card, and it was like her office phone and her work email. And so I'm like calling, there were like 2 lines, I think one of them might have even been a fax, I don't know, was calling them, leaving voicemails, texting. So I was like trying to catch them before they either caught another flight or like left with my bag. Tried everything, and then I emailed, and I was like, maybe, because like clearly this is her work stuff, so like maybe she'll like check her work email. I was just stressed. But we had to leave the airport because there was just nothing else we could do. But thankfully, like getting off the like little bus that took us to our car, she called me. Her husband had taken my bag, and so he was thankfully, they don't live in DC, but thankfully he was staying at an airport hotel that night. So I went, got it from him. So had my bag. And then, yeah, we got back, 8 minutes sleep, and then I had my throat situation. But, yeah, really adventurous end to our trip. Really adventurous trip in general. Honestly, just, like, traveling again was so good for the soul. Like, especially now that I'm recovered from COVID, I, like, definitely feel like I have, like, a new lease on life. I feel, like, way more refreshed, way more myself. Matt and I had a really wonderful time. Like, we travel really well together, and life had just been so busy this year. We hadn't really gotten to spend a lot of like dedicated time together. Like we tried to find it like where we could in normal life, but like getting 10 days of just like in each other's company was honestly really great. And I think we just like left the trip like more in love, and it ended up, I think I mentioned this, but it ended up kind of being like a bit of like an engagement celebration trip, and it was almost like a year out from our wedding. So really great trip. I loved it a lot. Can't wait to go back. Matt and I already started planning basically our next trip. Obviously our next big trip is going to be our honeymoon, but I think for that we're just going to go chill on a beach somewhere. But I think our next big international trip will be our 1-year anniversary. So a little ways away, but we're already very excited for it. I have a few more trips coming up this year that I can't wait to take you on and show you, and I'll tell you in due time. But if you made it this far, and especially if you watched all my London vlogs, I love you so much. Thank you. Your views really mean a lot to me. Check if you're subscribed. If you're not, would you please consider doing it down below? Any support really helps. I'm hoping to get to 100 here soon, so I can little change the URL and make it Caitlin Peel. But yeah, leave a like, comment, all those things really help me with the YouTube algorithm. My packing video like randomly really blew up, and it was great to get all these new followers and people. So if you're new, welcome as well. I'm so excited. Y'all have just really been motivating me to keep doing this and keep putting out this content. So thank you all so much for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope you have the best rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Nat and I are like, it wouldn't be the worst thing to live here.